33. Does anyone here want to guess what this number means? Well, times by billion, and that is how many pounds of food waste is thrown away in the restaurant industry each year, which equals out to about $162 billion.
Food waste is a problem we all contribute to daily, but it most definitely can skip a trip to the landfill. Above all, food waste should be more than just your leftovers. Food waste can be turned into something that promotes growth, power, and pureness.
Hi, I'm Ayla.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm Maddie.
And we are Compromise.
Over the summer, I worked at a local cafe. Within few weeks of working there, I witnessed how much food was being thrown away. I became frustrated with the problem due to the fact that I know that there is such a simple solution to this problem. The day that I walked into the incubator EDU room, I knew that my team and I were destined to put a stop to this problem.
Our customers, who are restaurants, cafes, and bakeries, are given buckets in which they fill with their food waste throughout the day. Then they empty it into a bin, and using a compost truck provided by UW Oshkosh, we send it to the biodigester where it is turned into renewable energy. The leftovers from that, we compost into soil in which we will sell. Our customers are given the option of a 3-month subscription and a year subscription. The 3-month option is $180 and the year option is $700.
Currently, we are working with 3 cafes in the Fond du Lac and Oshkosh area. We have 6 potential customers on our wait list once we become an LLC.
Our customer persona is Annie. Annie is the owner of Annie's Fountain City Cafe. The day that we interviewed Annie, she fell in love with our service due to the fact that we allow her to do good for her environment and her community.
We've also caused Annie save $100 per month by lowering her garbage pickup. Also, within the past month, we have collected over 900 pounds of food waste between our 2 services so far.
Our total potential market is $475.8 million in the total addressable market. In year 1, we're expected to make $4,500. For the sale of our soil, our total potential market is $4.2 billion. In year 1, we're expected to make a little over $1,000.
Here's our 3-year growth chart. We have our income, gross profit, and our revenue. Our income for year 1 is expected to be $2,000, and in year 3, $8,700 with a 25% gross margin. And then our revenue for year 1 is expected to be $4,500 and about $23,000 in year 3. In order to be successful, we have to be unique. Compromise is the first food waste collection service in the Fond du Lac area. We provide our customers with a subscription-based service allowing expenses to be lowered. Compostable items picked up by our service are turned into renewable energy by the process of the biodigester.
We plan on continuing our business, which is why we are asking for $40,896 in exchange for 5% ownership of our company. This will cover the startup cost, which includes a compost truck.
Thank you.
How often, I mean, you're providing the bucket for them, how often is the pickup?
We do pickups once a week.
Or we do it if they want to, like their choice. So if they have a lot more food waste and they want to get it picked up a certain day, then we can come and do that.
And this is a bucket that would just sit, is it outside like the normal garbage cans are?
Yes, correct.
Would you be concerned with her attracting now vermin and animals to the restaurant that are going to be trying to get into that?
We provide locks to anybody who wants a lock. So for Annie, she has a lock on her bin, but for cafes like the one at our school, there's no animals that have ever tried to get in, so we don't have a lock on that bin.
How many bins do you need to provide per location?
We provide 1 true garbage bin, and then we provide 3 buckets, or according to how much they would need.
How much does the bin cost you?
A bucket or a bin?
A bin.
A bin costs us $100, but currently we have been in search, so we have found a lot for like $20, and they're great shape.
What's the cost when you bring the food to the, what's it called?
Biodigester.
Yeah, what's the cost there?
Right now, we're not paying anything, and usually the biodigester pays other people to pick up from them. So we're planning on having a compromise with them, and where they actually save money by us picking up with them.
So currently, how's it, I'm trying to understand again
Okay,
how that
so
works.
in simpler words, I understand what you mean. So currently, we drop off our food waste at UW Oshkosh, okay? And they turn all this food waste into renewable energy. So after you turn it into renewable energy, not everything is used. So currently, they're paying someone to take the food waste that's not being used to turn it into soil. So for us, if we build this compromise with them, we will allow them to not have to pay them extra money to take away the food waste that they're not using, because we would use it for our soil.
You'd sell it,
Mhm.
and that's not in any of these revenue projections. The sale of that waste.
Not yet, because so breaking down compost takes about 6 months. So it's not in the process yet, and it's going to take a while. So we've kind of just, and we're doing so well on the restaurant side that we don't really, it's not become a big need for us.
How many of these biodigesters are in your addressable market in the United States so that you can scale this?
What do you mean by that?
How many of these biodigesters are out there that you said you need to utilize to get it to the soil state? So you're going through UW-Madison or UW.
So a biodigester doesn't do anything with soil.
Okay.
Soil you do on your own end. A
Okay.
biodigester takes in food and it turns it into renewable energy, in which they send through pipelines into households.
Okay. And is the waste from the biodigester what goes to the soil? I'm just trying to understand how the whole thing ties together. So you're taking the food waste to a biodigester, and then what happens from, how do you get your soil if it,
So UW Oshkosh they collect a pile, and there's a rotation that they go through.
okay,
So they push the pile into these big, massive there's 3 different chambers in the biodigester. So currently, right now, they're pushing all of our soil, or all of our food waste into the biodigester that's being turned into renewable energy. Not all of the food can go into a biodigester chamber, so the extras we are collecting, and we are then doing it on our own time, turning it into soil. So how to turn it into soil is it needs to be at like a certain temperature, a certain like state
Sure.
in order to do that. So we then are mixing it every week to turn it into the soil state.
so, and I'm just trying to understand, so you're bringing it to the biodigester, they turn it into fuel. Whatever the biodigester can't take is what you are turning into the soil?
Yes.
Do they pay you for the food waste to go into the biodigester when they sell their energy?
No. Because we don't have to pay them for the pickup. So it's kind of like a
Got it, that's
Yeah.
your compromise, your trade-off.
yeah.
Okay.
What was the subscription per month, and what did you save Annie's?
So
And what is that time period savings, that $100 savings?
so Annie is paying for a $180 subscription, which is 3 months.
3 months.
Currently, from her garbage pickup, she's saving $100 each month because she went from paying for garbage for two times a week to paying every other week.
And you have this nice relationship with the UW system because they use it for one thing, and you're servicing a customer for a need that they stand behind and believe in, right? You're helping them with a problem,
Mhm.
something that they like. So everybody else has these assets, which is a good thing. You don't have a lot of expense there. How is it going to help your business to buy the truck and do it yourself versus just continuing that relationship, right? UW is going to do it.
So for us, if we buy our own compost truck, it will allow us to do the pickups on our own. And we hope to expand into an LLC. And by doing that, we hope to actually expand into the homeowner service, which will allow us, if we have our own pickup truck, to do it on our own rather than relying on them, because they only do it certain weeks or certain times of the week. So they only pick up on Thursdays. But if we have our own compost trucks, we can do it whenever we'd like.
So provide the better service.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you lock out waste management companies from stealing your idea and just offering it as a service to their existing customer today, blocking you from the market?
You really can't. There's not a way to do it.
Why aren't they currently?
They just don't bring attention to it.
So let me give you the hypothetical, is that, let's just say you've got 15 customers are paying a subscription for 3 months, and in this market alone here, and the UW Oshkosh biodigesters go down, and they decide we're not going to fix them. What do you do?
That is a big problem that we have realized. So for us, we would then have to take all of this food waste that we're collecting and simply turn it into soil and ditch the renewable energy side of it. It would be more beneficial for us because we would actually be making more money on the soil end then.
But is there the potential then to lose customers if that happens? Because they might be more geared towards the renewable energy part of it versus the soil?
No, most of our customers actually like the soil end better because we allow them a discount. And one of our customers, actually Annie, she loves that she's able to be part of the full cycle, she calls it, because she's able to take her food and turn it into something that promotes better in the environment.
So if you don't need the biodigester, right, to block out from somebody blocking you from the marketplace, could you offer the service, turn all of your stuff into soil, and then sell your green-friendly soil back to those customers as an option, or through landscape companies, and then you have 2 separate avenues of revenue streams, rather than being dependent on somebody else?
Yes.
Right now, you're just kind of buying time until you can figure out how to get the process to do this.
Yes, so for us, we're all athletes. We have a very, very busy schedule. So to do all the soil work, it's kind of hard. And not to mention, during the winter months, it's hard to make soil. It's not the easiest thing to do. So over the summer, that's what we're hoping to start doing.
Awesome.
I think I'm still back to the concern with that, though, as an investor, knowing at this point you depend on the biodigester and it goes down. Now you're saying turn into soil, but now if you're saying the winter months too hard to do, you know, what's the risk I'm going to have that you're not being able to produce the soil in it?
Well, even if the biodigester goes down, it's a heated building. So it would allow us to still make the soil.
So you can make soil 12 months out of the year, like take a little longer in the colder months, if I'm understanding correctly. And then you can sell, or you have outlets to sell your soil in the market on your own. If biodigester goes down, great, we go left.
Yeah.
And we just take it all in-house.
Yes.
Are there any type of state or federal regulations that would govern this, especially because you've got restaurants involved?
Not that we have looked into at all. We have not found any rules that are against this.
I think it's a neat concept. I think, it aligns with kind of the focus in the world. I think it's more of probably a niche market. I think you'll have a lot of luck with local cafes, coffee shops, things like that. I think it'll be hard to scale potentially with bigger restaurants, based on them just dumping everything versus trying to separate things. So you might be onto something. Nice job.
Like it.
Like
Thank you.